Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Any one of us, when standing in front of the sea, enters a state of calm and tranquility. The calm water and the blue color stretching endlessly to the horizon. But the thing that many of us forget is that the oceans are not just beautiful bodies of water, but they have also been the scene of the most violent conflicts in the history of the earth. For example, if I asked you now, what is the biggest sea creature you know? The answer would certainly be the blue whale. And in fact, that is a logical answer. Despite the fact that this is true in our current era, and despite the fact that the blue whale is truly a giant creature, if we compare it to the genetic record of the oceans throughout history, we will discover that the blue whale is nothing more than a carrier and bait compared to the monsters that dominated the food chain for millions of years. But before we begin, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you can receive our videos first. Speaking of the criminal record of the oceans, when we talk about the real criminal of the seas, all evidence points to one terrifying creature, and that creature is the Megalodon shark. The animal that undoubtedly sat at the top of the food pyramid in its era. The name itself, Megalodon, means giant teeth, a precise description of the main weapon it used. The skull discovered for the Megalodon showed that it had teeth that were arranged in rows, each tooth reaching up to 18 centimeters in length, which is roughly the size of a human palm or even larger. The most terrifying thing was not only the length of its teeth, but the fact that these teeth were arranged in 6 rows behind one another, meaning that any prey that entered its mouth had no chance of escape. When researchers calculated the force of its bite, they discovered that it exceeded 180,000 newtons. To put that into perspective, the force of a human bite is about 1,300 newtons, while the Megalodon's bite reached 180,000 newtons. In other words, a bite that could not only tear flesh, but also crush bone itself. That is why the Megalodon's hunting style was extremely tactical. Researchers believe that it targeted whales, dolphins, and large fish by delivering powerful, concentrated strikes to the fins and gills first, completely immobilizing the prey so it could not escape, and then feeding on it at its own leisure. Fossil evidence confirms that the Megalodon lived across all continents except Antarctica, like many other marine monsters that preferred warm waters. When the Earth entered the Ice Age, ocean temperatures dropped sharply, marine life migrated, and the Megalodon failed to adapt to the new conditions. Thus, the fate of the most ferocious shark to ever rule the seas was sealed. While the Megalodon was still dominant, there existed a rival that was less savage yet possibly stronger, the Leviathan. In 2008, researchers discovered fossils in the Pisco Desert on the southern coast of Peru. Among the findings was a skull measuring nearly 3 meters in length. When scientists examined it, they noticed that a single tooth measured up to 36 centimeters. This discovery led paleontologist Olivier Lambert to state, "We may be facing the largest predatory animal ever discovered, as no previous record showed teeth of this size." Thus, the name Leviathan was more than fitting, especially since it was inspired by the legendary sea monster, reflecting the sheer terror and magnitude of this creature. Its total length reached up to 18 meters, roughly equivalent to a 6-story building. When examining the lifestyle of the Leviathan, we find a strong similarity between its diet and that of the Megalodon. It fed on large fish, marine mammals, and anything unfortunate enough to cross its path. What truly distinguished the Leviathan, especially as it is classified as a whale, is that it hunted alone, unlike modern whales that rely on group hunting strategies. This confidence came from its extremely powerful jaw muscles, the strongest ever recorded between the skull and jaw, combined with interlocking teeth that made the escape rate of prey nearly zero. The reasons behind the Leviathan's extinction mirror those of the Megalodon. Climate change occurred, the earth cooled, ice ages began, prey populations declined, and the Leviathan could not adapt quickly enough. As a result, the Leviathan's chapter closed, and another giant fell from the throne of the oceans. In paleontology, names can sometimes be misleading, and this was exactly the case with the Basilosaurus. The name Basilosaurus means king lizard, although it actually belonged to the order of ancient whales. It lived during the Eocene period, approximately between 37 and 42 million years ago. Due to its long, snake-like body, scientists initially believed it was a reptile, but later discoveries confirmed it was an ancient whale, an ancestor of modern whales. Its length ranged between 15 and 20 meters, placing it among the giants of its era. One of the most unique features of the Basilosaurus was the absence of the blubber layer found in modern whales. Its jaw was a complete weapon system. The front teeth were used for crushing prey, while the back teeth were designed for chewing, confirming that it was a top-tier predator. Its diet included sharks, large fish, and marine mammals. Once again, history repeated itself. The Basilosaurus preferred warm climates, which became its greatest weakness. As Earth's climate changed, it failed to adapt and met the same fate as others. In 1764, near the Dutch city of Maastricht, the first Basilosaurus fossil was discovered. 2 years later, in 1766, researcher John Baptist collected additional remains. The Basilosaurus was a carnivorous marine creature that lived during the late Cretaceous period, around 66 to 70 million years ago. It measured approximately 17 meters in length, equivalent to a 6-story building. Its body design revealed a true killing machine. Its head resembled a tank, and its barrel-shaped body functioned like a powerful engine, allowing strong forward thrust and surprising speed in water. Modern studies of its brain indicate that it possessed sharp eyesight, alongside its overwhelming offensive power. It showed no dietary discrimination, consuming everything in its path: fish, sea turtles, marine birds, and even other marine predators smaller than itself. Its sharp teeth ensured that nothing escaped once trapped. As for its extinction, it was caused by multiple factors combined. The most significant was a massive global catastrophe that led to the extinction of countless species, following environmental collapse, ocean temperature shifts, food shortages, and a cascading chain of consequences, ultimately sealing the Basilosaurus' fate. In 1868 in Kansas, USA, scientists discovered massive bones of another marine predator. It resembled the Basilosaurus, but was slightly smaller, and what set it apart was its incredibly powerful skull. Scientists named it Tylosaurus, meaning giant of the temple, referencing the crushing strength of its jaws. The Tylosaurus lived between 92 and 66 million years ago, and its anatomy indicates it was among the most dangerous predators of its time. It reached 14 meters in length, equivalent to a 5-story building. Its jaws were armed with rows of sharp, curved teeth, and its diet was extremely diverse. Fish, whales, marine birds, virtually any creature smaller than it was potential prey. One fascinating discovery was that studies of its skull suggest it used its sense of smell to locate prey, striking instantly once detected. Today, its fossils are displayed at the University of Kansas Museum. In the world of marine monsters, size does not always mean massive jaws or teeth. One of the strangest marine creatures ever discovered is the Thalassomedon. Its body structure baffled scientists. It measured between 11 and 12 meters in length, about the height of a 4-story building. The most astonishing feature was its neck, which alone measured 6 meters, more than half its total body length. Unlike other long-necked creatures, its neck was extremely flexible. For comparison, the giraffe has only 7 neck vertebrae, while the Thalassomedon had 63. This extraordinary design allowed incredible flexibility and a natural reach. Combined with a short tail and powerful flippers, it was a formidable aquatic weapon. It also possessed long, sharp teeth, each about 5 centimeters in length, confirming its carnivorous nature. Its name is derived from Greek, thalassa meaning sea and medon meaning ruler, making it ruler of the sea. The name was given by American paleontologist Samuel Paul Wells in 1943. And indeed, the name was well-deserved. It was likely a top-tier predator. Its flexible neck allowed it to strike prey within a 6-meter radius before the prey even realized the danger. If we imagine a tank moving underwater, the result would be the Duncosteus. This giant fish reached 6 meters in length and weighed several tons. It lived between 382 and 358 million years ago, meaning we are closer to dinosaurs than dinosaurs were to it. Its name has 2 parts. Dunco honors Dr. David Dunco, who studied it, and osteus means bone. The reason is simple. Its skull was not made of soft tissue, but was a solid bone shield, layered together to form impenetrable armor. This made it one of the strongest fish in history. However, this armor came with a weakness: slow movement. Yet it compensated with powerful muscles. The biggest surprise was that it had no traditional teeth. Instead, it possessed sharp bony plates capable of slicing prey like blades. Scientists estimated its bite force at around 6,000 newtons. It did not need speed. It only needed to reach its target. Once its jaws closed, the outcome was inevitable. Even as a fossil today, its appearance remains terrifying. So, imagine encountering it alive. That's it, we're done. Whoever made it this far, you are legends. Like the video before you leave so we know how many reached the end. And don't forget, if you have suggestions for future episodes, write them in the comments. Peace.